Hi everyone, welcome to Deqa Nur Show. I'm Deqa Nur. Today we have another segment that is amazing. One of my MP, new elect MP, Yvan Baker from Etobicoke Central MP, Yvan Baker. I actually work with him because of many of us that live here in Toronto somewhat do work together, but I am so lucky to be living in Etobicoke Central and working closely with him. I am so happy to have him. I invited him to come to the program and he accepted it. And we need a lot of questions that a lot of the viewers need to get an answer or get information that they need. And Yvan is here to share that with us. I want to say welcome MP Yvan Baker to the show.
Thank you very much for having me, Deqa.
Thank you. We'll start with our first question. I know you, I worked with you, many people, many of our viewers watch you all the time because we brought you on the show before, but those who do not know you, who wants to know, get to know more about who's Yvan, please share a little bit of your information, and also welcome to the show, please. Welcome.
Thank you, Deqa. Thank you very much for having me. And if I may, if you'll allow me, I want to start by wishing all of your viewers Ramadan Mubarak, a very happy Ramadan. I know that this is a time when Ramadan's a time when we think about others, those who are less fortunate. We also think about our community. And I know that we would be celebrating normally together as a community, and we can't do that this year because of COVID-19. But I hope that everyone, all of your viewers, feel that they are together in their faith, that they are together in spirit, and that if we do all the things that we need to do, that we'll be celebrating Ramadan together again soon. With respect to your question, Deqa, my background is in business originally. So I have 2 business degrees. I have an MBA from a university in the US called Dartmouth College. And I was a management consultant for a company called Boston Consulting Group. So basically, I'd get hired to solve really complex problems for large companies or large organizations. And things like, how do we grow the business? How do we save money? Should we buy this other company? Things like that. And then a number of years ago, in 2014, I ran to be the member of provincial parliament for Etobicoke Centre. And I was successful in that, and I became the MPP for Etobicoke Centre for 4 years. And I'm proud of what we did together with the community over the course of those 4 years. I think we made a lot of progress on youth issues, on education, on healthcare, on services for seniors. Unfortunately, in 2018, people of Ontario wanted a change, and I wasn't able to win that election. But in 2019, I ran to be the federal member of parliament in Etobicoke Centre, and I'm here today as the member of parliament. So I'm very proud to represent this community. I'm working hard at this time, given the COVID-19 crisis, to do my best to represent the community and serve the community. But that's my background, and that's what I bring to the role.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. And we're just so lucky to have you, especially on this difficult time. Our second question is one that many of the viewers are looking for, and to have you here and answer some of those would be really beneficial, and it will change people's life. The second question's been, we heard a lot of information coming from the government of Canada, the federal government of Canada, and Trudeau also have been, our Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, have been sharing a lot of the support that's coming from, many people are watching on TV. Those who still don't understand what these packages are, maybe you can, we don't have all the packages, it's gonna take forever, but I know some of the things that are passed that are very important. Maybe if you could share that with them, that would be really great. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. So yeah, there are, so obviously as we're fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, we're dealing with protecting people's health. That's why we're social distancing and staying home. And there's a whole, and trying to increase the number of tests we're doing, and trying to find discover a vaccine. All those that sorts of work is happening. But a lot of our work is on supporting people economically who are struggling because they've lost their jobs, because their business has shut down. And so and they have no income or very, very little income anymore as a result of the pandemic. So there are a number of programs in place. I will list just a few of them because we don't have a lot of time. But what I would say to people is, to your viewers, is that if you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to my office. And if you don't mind, Deqa, I'll share my email address with people. It's Yvan, Y-V-A-N, .Baker @parl, PARL.gc.ca. Or you can find my website, yvanbaker.ca, YVANBAKER.ca. A few of the key programs are as follows. First of all, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. This is $2,000 a month that anyone is eligible for who has lost their job or is unable to find employment because of COVID-19. To qualify for this, all you have to be able to demonstrate is that in the past year you earned at least $5,000 in almost any kind of income, really. So to demonstrate that you used to earn income, and now that you are earning less than $1,000 per month. If you fall into that category, you qualify for this program. That's $2,000, and by direct deposit can be in your account within a couple of days. So it's very, very quick. The second program is something called the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. It basically involves the government of Canada subsidizing wages, the wages of 75% of wages for people. So companies apply for this, and the government of Canada will pay for the wages of workers. And this is good for people because it helps them stay employed because the businesses are now getting their wages subsidized. So that's a secondary program. Also, many people benefit from something called the GST rebate. It's something that they get automatically when they file their tax return. So when you file your tax return, not everyone gets this. Lower to middle income families receive it, but I'm sure many of your viewers would qualify, and this is several $100s more that we're providing this year, one time for people. So that's available. And for those of your viewers who have who receive the Canada Child Benefit, who have children, we're increasing the Canada Child Benefit as well, so they'll receive more money that way. So the goal of these programs is to get more money into people's pockets right away. There's many other programs, but I think those are some of the key ones that I think many in our community are benefiting from.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's the package for small business. I was very excited about the one with the students package. That was fantastic. Maybe if you can, because there's a lot of young people that are watching. Do you want to go over the student package?
Sure,
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. So there's a number of programs in place for students. The most notable one is the Canada Emergency Student Benefit. So basically, this is a program where students can, again, similar to the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, as long they can earn $1,250 per month, and for the course of the summer, basically. And this is all they have to do is basically apply. And basically answer a few key questions. But basically, students will qualify for this program. If they don't qualify for the CERB, which is the $2,000 per month that I mentioned earlier. The other program that we're putting in place is the Canada Student Service Grant. This is a program where if students work in their community, giving back to our community at this time, and there are particular criteria around that, then they can get paid for that work. And so that's something that we're doing for students to help, again, get money into students' pockets. Those students who receive the Canada Student Grant, that's an amount of money the federal government gives to students to help them pay for university or college education. Well, that amount's being doubled. So that means they'll get more in their pockets to help pay for their education or their books or their residence or whatever costs they have. And we're also suspending repayment of interest and principal. Any student loans are postponed. You don't have to make any payments for 6 months. So that's again designed to help students keep money in their pockets at a difficult time when we know that many students would be trying to get out and work, particularly during the summer. And we know that the employment the labor market is very difficult. It's hard to get a job right now. So all these programs are designed to put money in students' pockets, or at least help them keep their own money in their pockets, so that they can pay the bills, and then when the economy recovers, they'll be in much better shape.
Absolutely, and the amount of programs for different needs that's tailoring to either individual and collectively or businesses. I mean, for the seniors, for the homeless, it's been really amazing, and I think Canada is one of the few countries in the world that made sure that our economy does not get hurt, that our people do not suffer. And I just want to say thank you to the Parliament of Canada, to the Trudeau administration, really making sure that across the board that we are safe, because COVID-19 impacted the world. And I think Canada, just like New Zealand, there's governments that step up and make sure that they fight, and they are fighting, and they're actually winning that fight compared to the world that got caught up, and it was too late by the time they try to fight it back. I just want to say to the healthcare workers, I mean, I don't know how to thank them. I know you've been, thanking them and getting, directly in touch with them. I mean, since we're doing this interview, is there something that you want to share with our healthcare and essential workers, our, grocery stores, the airport's open, and I know I have so many friends who work there, and many of the people that came here or that are traveling around. It's the travel that mostly increases this. So it's just all over. What would you say to our essential workers?
I would just say thank you. I mean, I think that a lot of them are working under incredibly difficult circumstances, especially those on the front line in the healthcare system. But it's not just there. It's like those other folks that you talked about, who are working at the airport, who are working at the grocery store. They're on the front line. They're interacting with people every day, and they're continuing to provide essential services to people that we all need at a time when we're asking everybody to stay home. So I really appreciate their courage, and I really appreciate their dedication to their community, and to our community, especially here in Etobicoke Centre. So my heart goes out, and I just simply say thank you. Thank you for persevering. Thank you for working so hard, and your work is going to allow us to get through this as quickly as possible.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for all that information. Our last question, we came to the end of the program. What are some things that you would like to share with the viewers and the people that are going to be watching this program, in terms of encouraging them, in terms of advising them things that they need to practice, and with social distancing in place, what is the new normal going to look like? What are steps that we could take it together, because we are all in this together? Please share that with us. And again, I know you did share your contact, but let's focus on what are the advices that you want to give it to our viewers?
Yeah, well, I want to, you talked earlier about how we're doing, Canada's doing relatively well in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. And I think that's really a testament to Canadians across the country who've done what needs to be done, to the essential workers who've gone out there and provided care, to people or any other kind of service that's critical to our society and to our economy and to our health, but also to everyday Canadians who are staying home, who are listening to the advice of public health officials and staying home. So my ask to everyone is to please continue to follow that advice, that guidance from public health officials, from the Prime Minister, from the Premier and others, because it's so important that we all contribute to this effort. If a small number of people choose to violate the guidance from public health, we could be set back quite a long time. And that means all of us will be staying at home a lot longer. That means our economy will be shut a lot longer. So the harder we work, the more disciplined we are today in staying home, self-isolating. If you have symptoms, make sure you go online at canada.ca/coronavirus. You can do a self-test and then call public health, let them know that you have symptoms, and follow their instructions as to what to do. Those kinds of things that public health has asked us to do are so critical to making sure that we get through this as soon as possible. So please be patient, let's be disciplined, and we'll get through this together.
Absolutely. And that's what the City of Toronto has been practicing with Mayor Joe Tory, with our Premier Doug Ford, and also with the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I know the Parliament of Canada, all the members, MPs have been working around the clock to really make sure that Canada stays safe. And I just wanted to say, because of the Canadians and the Canadian officials and our leaders, working together is how we're fighting this invisible coronavirus that is really hurt the whole world, that impacted.
That's right.
Thank you so much, MP Yvan Baker, for coming to the show. I want to say thank you, and I know many of our viewers will thank you. Many will contact you, and I know they enjoyed watching this program and they got all the information, hopefully, that they were looking for here at Deqa Nur Show. Thank you so much. Ramadan Mubarak, and thank you.